Yo guys, it's me Matt and welcome to the fourth week already of the ATBA Season 14. Time flies. This week we are facing our good old friend Shu, coach of the Tampa Bay Diver Race. I hope I pronounced that right, sorry if I didn't. Shu's been a really good friend of mine and we played draft leagues for like 8, is it 9 years? 8 years at least? Maybe even 10? Something like that. But we didn't really have a game against each other forever. Like last season, when I joined in the ATBA, I took over another team that already had phase 2 in the regular season. So I think our last game was, don't let me lie, early Gen 8, something like that. I know he's a really good draft player, especially since he won last season. And he decided to have some fun this season and go for a mono dark team. I'm not gonna show you my team once again. I think you already know what mons I have. I'm just gonna show you his team right now and the matchup. He's got a Weavile, a Greninja, an Alola Persian, a Cerute, a Houndoom, a Mandibuzz, a Wochian, a Grimmsnarl, a Alola Muk, and a Tinlu. With the Terra Captains being one section Houndoom, Dark Grass Fighting, Alola Persian being Dark Steel Ghost, and Wochian being Dark Fairy Poison. Although it's a mono dark team, I have to say the team, besides of course the flaws that a mono type team has a really good speed tier spread. Like for each 10 point of speed tier there is one mon that can potentially run some speed IVs, so speed creeping is something that he probably has the advantage of. Then I noticed that his offensive core of Weavile and Greninja is just really strong against like any team that kinda wants to be defensive. Especially Greninja is a mon I have not really good experiences against playing, especially with the Battle Bond, and of course the occasional Dark Pulse flinches at the end games that ruined some wins that I should have had previously. Then of course his defensive core of Mandibuzz, Wochian and Tinglu is really annoying to break. I kinda also count Muk in there, but I don't think Muk has such a good matchup this week that he will bring it. I'm more expecting Mandibuzz, Wochian and Tinglu, just for a really good defensive core. And basically, those are the 5 mons that I think for sure he will bring. For the 6th slot, I'm not sure. Either it's Cerute, or I would actually also go for Grimmsnarl. Cerute just with close combat access can do a lot of damage to my team. For the Terra types, I'm expecting Wochian to be his Terramon, and it's a 50-50 I would say between Fairy and Poison. In prep I noticed that although Fairy seems more likely against especially my Great Tusk, if I decided to go for a mono fighting attaching Great Tusk, a Poison Wochian just straight up walls 2 mons of my team I think, and those 2 mons should not be walled by a Wochian. So I'm also prepared for Poison, but I'm more thinking that he will bring Fairy. What is my game plan? What are my mons? As you can see, my lead will be Carbink with the Caster Berry, and the moves Body Press, Moonblast, Stealth Rock and Endure. This Carbink, let me just check once again regarding the EVs, is mainly Fist Def, so Body Press has the most damage, also a little bit of Speed Def investment, and 24 speed IVs and then minus speed nature. This allows me to not lose any basically I think I'm gonna change that because I first had Rock Tomb on this mon which I traded for Endure, so there's really no need for not having a minus attack nature and put some more speed or defense in this thing. So Carbine basically will get changed a bit. I haven't registered the team yet, so I should be fine. This mon is basically here to be my lead. Click Stealth Rocks. Body Press with combination of Iron Defense as a bluff as a lead really forces him to play around this and bring in one of his offensive mons first, which I hope to punish with Body Press. And in the late game I can preserve the Endure with the Caster Berry. Basically I guarantee Shu to click Water Shuriken or Ice Shot once he sees Endure and I'm at low HP, which is a good thing, as those priority moves that would kill Carbine basically don't do as much damage as a Surf, Ice Beam, Triple Axle or something like that, and I can switch more freely into another mon. I can preserve the Caster Berry for later, once those two mons are not on the field anymore. That's basically the plan with the Caster Berry here. Then I've got Talonflame with the heavy duty boots, of course. This week running Flame Body in case Revival gets out of hand and potentially gets burned with the Flame Body. Talonflame has Brave Bird Roost, Bulk Up and Taunt. So the reason for this anti-stall Talonflame is that I hope to get up my rocks and later on my sticky webs, and his only removal option is Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz likes to switch in on first this Talonflame and also Great Tusk, so both are running Taunt to block Defog and keep up my especially sticky web. I first had the idea to lay sticky webs and then go with my competitive Empoleon and or Defiant Bishop, but actually I kinda want the sticky webs to stay on the field and not just boost my mons and then have to deal with Greninja or Weavile at full speed that outspeeds my team and punishes me. So that's why I'm running this more Taunt sets. Taunt also helps me hopefully break through Wochian and or Tinlu, since if he's not running a rock move on Tinlu and only has like Ruination, Talonflame should win this 1v1 every time. Next up, another heavy duty bootsmon, because his Tinlu is really free I think in this matchup to click Stealth Rocks and or even some spikes. So that's why Kyurem is here, with the heavy duty boots, with the moves Freeze Dry, Earth Power, Flash Cannon and Ice Beam. So basically this really breaks through his defensive 3-mon core and hopefully forces to reveal the Wochian Terra. But I can hit both Terra options super effectively with Earth Power or Flash Cannon, as long as he's not Terra Dark, which I don't think he is, because otherwise he wouldn't have a switch into Great Tusk except for Mandibuzz, which can get worn down easily, especially with my team and this Taunters. Next up, of course I have to bring Great Tusk against his team of Dark types. This Great Tusk has the Jet Badge with Close Combat, Rapid Spin, Taunt and Headlong Rush. The idea is that I know that he will have some defensive response for this mon. He has to respect this, and his answer will get lured in with the Jet Badge, Close Combat, and then I have something else to threaten that lure, to threaten the Jet with this Great Tusk lure, and hopefully later on get a Rapid Spin off, maybe preserve, maybe even have Taunt to annoy Mandibuzz, and Headlong Rush is here for the Terra Poison potential Wochian. This Great Tusk is Adamant, has some speed investment to basically outspeed everything of his team after Sticky Web drop. So yeah, that's this. I think the same speed also... never mind, that was another team that I had before. I had like bishop with also the same speed, but this bishop didn't make the end of the team anymore. Next up, Tarantula. Tarantula is now finally here. His first game of the season, one in the Rocky Helmet, Expert Belt. Has the moves Spark Pass, Thunder, Sticky Webs and Volt Switch. Pretty standard Tarantula set, but it won't be my lead. I want to preserve the Sticky Webs for mid game or late game, and hopefully he doesn't want both heavy duty boots on Greninja and Weavile. I'm also expecting Weavile to have that move, to have that item, but not Greninja. And if Greninja is not able to outspeed monsters of my team, that's a win for me. Bug Buzz in combination with the Expert Belt has the chance to, depending on his Tin Lu set, to 2-hit KO it, which would be his Thunder switching. Anything else that he has, especially I hope so that the Stitcher Web stood up against the Mandibus or something like that, because he can't really risk the Thunder. So I should be relatively free with this Stitcher Web and do hopefully some damage. The damage output from the Tarantula that I killed is a bit disappointing, but with the Expert Belt I hope we can fix that. Other potential item that I thought of running was the Herb that prevents Taunt, but that was back when I planned to lead with the Tarantula, and if he has like a Weavile lead, something like that, then the Tarantula can't really work anymore, as Triple Axel has the chance to kill. So that's why I also decided to lead Carbink this week, to maybe get a body press of something like that, and force in, I hope, Tin Lu early, so I can annoy his defensive core in the beginning of the game already. Next up, and hopefully my... it's next to Carbink can also Terra, but this is probably my Terramon this week. Harvest, Citrus Berry, Arboliver, with Alluring Voice, Hyper Voice, Leech Seed and Encore. This is supposed to be my this is supposed to be the Vochien check after Vochien Terrat. If he's Terra Poison, he doesn't really do much with a Terra Blast. I think I got around 35%. With the Harvest and the Citrus Berry, I should be able to recover most damage anyway. Leech Seed can really be annoying against his team, and Encore, in case he reveals some set that I can deal with otherwise, potentially. Alluring Voice just hits everything on his team super effectively except Light, maybe something he terras, and Hyper Voice is just a good all-around stab. I had Earth Power before, Hyper Voice first, but in case of him seeing Earth Power, he might think he can switch in Mandibus and get a default off, which this thing sadly can't avoid, but I can kill hopefully the Mandibus with an Alluring Voice if that happens. So yeah, that's the team this week. Game plan, get up rocks, reaching the defensive core, hopefully get up my Stitcher Webs as well. Don't let Greninja and or Weavile get out of hand. So yeah, and I just saw that Chu is also online. Nice! See ya in the game. Okay, and we are back in the game. As you can see, Shu did not bring the Weavile, but instead bring the Alolan, which, based on the matchup, makes sense. Weavile with the boots just was a pain to prep for, but I guess I know why he didn't bring it. The Talonflame with the tail wings or Flame Body can be really annoying to him. But yeah, the game plan is as stated before. Carbink sets up the Watch turn 1, potentially gets into Caster range, and or maybe we can keep the Caster Berry hidden for later, and maybe get some life or chip damage on something with the Endure. So yeah, good luck and have fun to Shu. This will be a really interesting one because I have never dealt with a mono-type team before. And he leads with Vochien. I was kinda expecting either a Saru U-turn lead or Tinglu Rocks lead, but it makes sense that Vochien is the lead based on the immediate terror, so he has one mon that can always switch into Great Tusk, which now in the game, totally makes sense, but I did not prep like this that Wochen would be the lead. So he shows the Terra. He's in fact Terra Fairy, not Terra Poison, which also was interesting. In prep, that the Poison Terra actually puts a lot of work against my team, but he's Terra Fairy, and he goes for Leech Seed against my Carbine, which I'm fine with. I'm just here anyway to set up the Stealth. To be honest, Carbine as a lead for Stealth now, in the hindsight, maybe not the best prep, because like this Vochian lead, now in hindsight makes a lot of sense and I can't really touch it. So now I decided to switch out, because the Leech Seed, if it's a typical Leech Seed Ruination set, then Arboriver should be able to answer to it. That's what I'm doing. Arboriver comes in, he uses Ruination as expected, but misses. So yeah, that's fine by me. As long as this Vochian is not Grass type anymore, that's where my Leech Seed, anti-Leech Seed, basically Arboriver, to Leech Seed, the Leech Seed in Vochian comes in, and I get up the Leech Seed to annoy something from his team. Because I'm pretty sure he will not switch in as Sevood on me. Here goes for Ruination. Now hits, I'm now at half. Fun fact, I was really close bringing an even HP number on Arboliver, so that the Ruination would always trigger my Citrus Berry and I would be at more health afterwards. And with the Harvest it would have been really good. But I was kinda hoping to see other moves instead of Ruination that are going towards my Arboliver, so that's why I didn't want to risk it and an even HP or all HP, just I wanted to have the max HP. In comes the Mandibuzz, as he does not take any rocks damage. It's obvious that this one is a boot set. I hit him with an Alluring Void, which does around 35%. And this Mandibuzz needs to be gone, and hopefully I can get my Stealth Rocks up, so then Greninja and Sevood don't run over my team, and Raytas potentially can. After Vochian is probably down, or we can do a lot of damage. So I'm thinking, okay, what does this Mandibuzz do? I just want it to be as slow as possible. He U-turns, doesn't even go for a default here, he U-turns, gets me into Citrus Berry range. So I'm basically more at higher HP than I was before. Mandibuzz switches out, good to know that it's damaged. I get up my Leech Seed against another Mon, and basically annoy everything and chip everything down with this Arboliver as good as possible. In comes the Mud, takes Stealth Rock damage, takes this Leech Seed. I get some HP back, so basically Arboliver does what Arboliver does and annoy everything that the opponent brings. So Mud is at 75%, Mandibuzz is at 65%, Citrus Berry is harvested, so far looking good. Thinking, okay, what does this Mud do? And now I realized my Terra Fairy really makes me weak to poison. This Mud can be a really big pain to my Arboliver. Thinking, okay, what will he do as a Mud? Thinking of, okay, maybe the poison move is coming, Talonflame in the back still is needed for Lothium, is also quite valuable. Although Earth Power is maybe the best move I can have to hit this Mud, except for Great Task. So here I was calculating, okay, what does this Mud do? Mud can't really do a lot of damage into my Great Task, so that's what I decided to do. Even Ice Punches and Greater Drains and stuff like that don't really do much damage, and I can get off like a Rapid Spin or not really Rapid Spin. Actually, Rapid Spin made sense for the speed boost. He actually knocks off my Eject Back, which basically was the move that I wanted to click here, because he would probably switch in Mandibuzz or Vochian. I would Eject Back, Close Combat out of this matchup and get something in, and the momentum is on my side again. But nope, he just knocks off my Eject Back plan. Now, thinking of, okay, my Headlong Rush would still do a lot of damage, even if Vochian comes in. Or I could just go for a Taunt based on that Rochian and Mendibas are his most likeliest switch-ins. And if it's Mendibas, as I hope it is, then Mendibas can only really click Brave Bird against Great Tusk, and I can, yeah, pressure this thing even more. Especially now that he can't default anymore. Here I've decided to try. I want this thing to get as low as possible. With the taunt he also can't really boost. I can potentially get a rapid spin off to get Speedier in the late game. Hopefully get a lot of damage. But he actually is an air slash, not a wave bird Mendibas. I was kinda greedy here, not gonna lie. Should have probably just close trumpeted, but the close trumpet with the defense drop followed by an air slash could have been annoying and could have put me in range of Water Shuriken, which I probably am anyway. This Mendibas is still taunted. I decided to now it's the time to get my reps up and preserve the Great Tusk for later. Potentially get a rapid spin off. Hopefully he goes for another air slash, misses, so one ruination miss, one air slash miss, but now this Mendibas is in against the Reventula, who's threatening it with a thunder. This is the perfect opportunity for me to set up the sticky webs. To really not allow Greninja to outspeed my team and do massive damage. And he can't really risk the Mendibas here. His probably best switching would be either Rochian and or Tinlu, and Tinlu would make the most sense to avoid the thunder and potential paras. So which is what he will end up doing here. But I get up my sticky webs, and now I need to just make sure that he will not switch in this Mendibas freely on the default. Tinlu comes in, gets stealth rock damage, my special attack is lowered, I get up the sticky webs. Okay, now I was thinking, okay, I'm expert belt with Bug Buzz. Let's see if this thing is Fizz Death, because then it's a 2-hit KO, or if it's Bedef Death invested. If it's Bedef defensive investment, like he is shown to be here, he is not getting 2-hit KO'd, and he has the Rock Tomb. Which is not only bad news against this Galvantula, it's also really bad news because now this Tinlu is not set up for my Talonflame anymore. Not knowing what to switch in, which probably, to be honest, Avoliva best switch in here, but I did not really click that yet. I wanted to get rid of this Tinlu with another Bug Pass. If I die to Rock Tomb, that's fine, because then this Tinlu is really low and Revenge did a lot of its job. He actually revealed to be a West Lumberry set, I think, or Melonberry, the one that cures sleep. So he's back at full, which is bad for me, but a good prep on his part. I just want to get this thing as slow as possible, so I go for another Bug Pass and he takes me out with a Rock Tomb. Maybe I should have preserved this Tarantula, played a bit more defensively here, maybe switched in the Avoliva to absorb any hits that he can do and get a lot of damage off with the Loving Voice. But alas, Buzzkill, the Tarantula, is down. Great Tusk doesn't have an item anymore, and it's slowly not looking as good as I want it to look. I totally had something different in plan for this game, but Shu really plays it well here and puts me under a lot of pressure, and this small passive things that he does, like the knockoff, like the rest here, just to prolong the game and make me use up my resources, really shows how good of a battler he actually is. Avoliva is now in, knowing that this Tinlu can't really do anything. I decided to test the damage on this thing with the Alluring Voice, and even like if something switches in, I'm fine. Because nothing really takes advantage of this Avoliva except for maybe Muck. Oh god damn, it's thundering outside. Um, so yeah, he's thinking about what to do. He can't really switch in Mandipass except if he predicts a Leech Seed, and then he is free to click default, but no, I go for a Lorem Voice, he goes for a Rock Tomb. Lowers my speed, which really doesn't matter for Navaliver. And here I thought, okay, he stayed in. He saw that Lorem Voice didn't do much. I go for Leech Seed now and get this Tin Lu under control. But this is exactly the moment where I noticed, oh god damn, Mandipass is now free to come in and is free to click default. I mean, of course I got this Leech Seed off, but the Sticky Web is really needed here. And this Greninja, looking at my team, is looking to be a real threat. This is how I basically messed up this game. This was the turn. I should have, instead, terrestrialized into Terra Fairy and go for a Lorem Voice. It would have done more damage to this Tin Lu. He can't really do any damage to me. There was no reason for me to predict. I should have just clicked the Lorem Voice over and over again. I locked him into default with my Anchor, so this Mandipass after getting Leech Seeded is quite low, so he can default later on again if I actually kinda manage to get my rocks back up. I doubt it, but yeah. The reason why I didn't Terra Fairy there before was that once I lose my grass type, Wo-Chien can Leech Seed this Arboliver, which doesn't really work as my intended anti-Leech Seed mon to get Leech Seeded on. So yeah, I go for another Leech Seed here because I know he's uncaught. I go for Leech Seed against this Mud. Get him again, quite low. And he's now around 50% I would say. So Arboliver put in a lot of work, as in the last light in the game against Quincy. His packet full, my Citrus Berry is intact. I need this thing for later. Now I know this match showed knockoff before. I can probably switch in my Carbink now and try to get the Stealth Fox back up, and hopefully if this match is weakened, get this with the Stealth Fox, get this Arboliver to win me the game here. He switches in with a double into his Wo-Chien as I go for my Carbink switch in. So we basically have the matchup from the lead again now. Carbink will likely go for the Stealth Fox, as this Wo-Chien either goes for Giga Drain, Ruination or Leech Seed that I was thinking of. And trading this Carbink for Stealth Fox to get this much lower, and to also get Greninja chip damaged and something else just on this team really is really straight for me. He misses another Ruination, which is like, okay, I take that. Would just put me into half, but okay. He reveals to be leftovers, I think. He reveals it now. He's now back at full, so this Wo-Chien with the Terra Fairy and the leftovers is a really annoying monster against my team. Here I was thinking, okay, what can I do to this? I probably go back into Arboliver and try to Leech Seed stall everything again with the Stealth Fox up, and get something in range of hopefully Talonflame in the late game, as long as everything is chipped. Now he goes for the Ruination again, and I'm back at half, and 1 HP above half to not trigger Citrus Berry. And this is really annoying. I really need this Citrus Berry to be in rotation with the Harvest to get me higher with the HP. Yeah, I don't know why I did not bring an even number HP there. Thinking of, okay, he knows I will probably Leech Seed or a Lorem Voice here. I did not show my Hyper Voice yet. Oh god damn, if you heard the thunder, wow. Now I don't know where I was in the game. Okay, so here Wo-Chien switches out, Mandipass comes in, and Mandipass gets taken out by Lorem Voice. So Stealth Fox are up, and they will stay. This is the move that I should have clicked a few turns ago, but no, I had to get greedy, was a bit surprised by the rest on Tin Lu, and now the Tarantula is down. His default is down, but I can't get up my webs anymore. Not good times. Also seeing that my Herbalifer with the Terra Fairy and the grass type that it has now, he is probably likely either Gunshot or Sludge Wave on Greninja, and both can just completely take away this whole Herbalifer defensive game that I'm playing right now. So far the early game was not badly played, I would say. Could have made some more aggressive plays, or maybe even, I don't know, prepared that Roach would be a lead, which I did not account for. Greninja comes in, takes Stealth Force damage, so it's at least not full and can be chipped. But seeing that a Sludge Wave or Gunshot and the Battle Bond after can be really annoying, I decided to preserve the Sabotiver and go into Kyurem here. Kyurem should not be too hit KO'd by a Greninja that is Battle Bound. And Gunshot and or Sludge Wave should never to hit KO it if he's Battle Bond. Here that I say if he's Battle Bond, yeah, he's not actually Battle Bond, he's Protein. So Kyurem comes in, is at full HP. Look at the damage that this Greninja does with the Sludge Wave. He turns into a Poison type because of Protein, Sludge Wave comes out, and now I'm below half and that poisoned. I mean, the poison really doesn't matter. But he shows to be Life Orb. So at least I know Life Orb, Protein, Greninja. It doesn't even need Battle Bond, just Protein alone is a threat to any team. Like the combination of both abilities to be ran on the same mon. Greninja is just really annoying mon to deal with, and I hate facing it. I always have struggled against it, even if I know it's coming and I prep pretty hard against it. So Greninja probably kills my Kyurem now, which is the bad. But knowing that I switched in Kyurem against this Greninja, he probably thinks I am Scarf, so he will switch. And I'm thinking I will catch the switch and preserve my bluff with the Scarf. Carbon comes in and I hope I can get some damage on this thing. He switches in his Tin Lu now, probably trying to sack it to a Freeze Dry. Maybe even stall me a bit out, but I think even a Freeze Dry from my Scarf set would have killed it here. Maybe even not killed, but put it in the range of the second one. I said I bring in my Carbage now and think, okay, Tin Lu is out. Tin Lu is like the perfect candidate to get my Herbalifer in citrus range, and if I'm above 75-80% hopefully, even a Protein Sludge Wave has a chance to not kill. I recalculated it, even with Life Orb, I can't really stand a chance against this Greninja. Greninja, if it's out, takes kills after kills, and I have no way to stopping it. It's just a question of time when Shu realizes that as well and just sweeps me. Although I know it was coming, although I know it's a threat, I just can't do anything against it. He switches in Mud on my Herbalifer, probably wanted to switch it in on my Carbage. Mud is now at 45%, which is good. I need it to be a bit more lower, basically gone, so could be a bit lower. I switch in my Kyurem now and basically know that this Greninja will run over me. There's no point in bluffing the Scarf anymore. Mud goes for Poison Jab, kills my Kyurem. Not really kills it, but puts me in range of the Toxic, of the Poison, and Kyurem is down. I don't know what he was expecting here, or what he thought that I would switch, why I would switch in this thing now, but yeah. I wasn't Scarf, I didn't need Kyurem anymore, it was basically gone at this point anyway. He still has his Chen in the batch, so even my Great Tusk can't really do much right now. That's why I decided to just go for a Headlong Rush. If I kill the smart Great Abeliver, it would be more useful. But even if it's not in here and he goes into, I think, Chen. Oh no, he goes into Tin Lu. He sets the Tin Lu here on my Headlong Rush. So Great Tusk at least gets one more kill. 5 kills for Great Tusk. Nice. So yeah, Tin Lu is gone, which he probably wouldn't need anyway anymore, as it's slower than everything and just can touch my Abeliver that it would be faster. Which I don't think he's faster because I have some speed investment. So yeah, Great Tusk is out, has a defense drop, a special defense drop. I think we all know that Greninja will now come in and just water shuriken me into oblivion. Yep, what can I say? I hoped I prepped better, but I did not execute it as well. In every mock or training that I did against his team, he never had a chance to get rid of the webs, but in this actual game he did. He brings out Savood instead of Greninja, which is interesting. Knowing that my Great Tusk doesn't outspeed Savood, doesn't outspeed Greninja, can't really kill Chen. I just try to set it here and to prevent a potential sword stance setup. He reveals to be bulk up instead, and I go for my close combat. I'm an adamant, full attack invested close combat Great Tusk, and Savood after bulk up lives. What the hell? He later showed me his sets. It has 80 HP investment. So it was, according to my calcs, a 6% chance for me to actually kill, and the calc is really in his favor. Which is crazy how bulky this thing is. Like, I did not expect it to live a close combat from a Great Tusk. He kills me with a weakness policy boosted Trailblaze. And now I know, okay, if Savood doesn't sweep me, at least Greninja will pick me up. Abeliver can't really switch in as I'm not in Citrus Berry range because I'm above half. Talonflame is like the only way, if it lives a hit, I can still get this game back. If he has like Power Whip instead of like Jungle Healing, this game is lost anyway. I bring in Talonflame here, go for for Brave Bird here, hoping that he would hopefully maybe switch, but nope. He stayed in, crunched me, showed that I'm not Gale Wings, I'm Flame Body. Flame Body did not trigger. Savood is still going strong. Now I go into my carbon, as I basically lost at this point anyway. Try to go for a Moonblast, because it doesn't really matter anymore, I would say. I was also thinking about maybe I endure and then cast a berry, Moonblast him, but nope. It just goes for Trailblaze. I hoped I would live. I actually lived. I think the Celt was in his favor, but I'm not sure. Carbon is Beast, taking a +3 grass type move. I mean, to be fair, basically, wait a second. I mean, nah, I could have Terra Fairy here, but that wouldn't really help me as much. And now my Custard Berry is intact, Greninja comes in, and I was hoping, okay, please don't click Water Shuriken. My Custard Berry triggers, I go for Moonblast, he didn't Water Shuriken, but he lives! He lives on the slivers, on the... I should have just body pressed here, but okay. He lived, Sludge Wave takes Carbon out, but with the Life Orb, Greninja also is taken out. So at least I didn't get swept by Greninja and Savood. I got it a bit closer, from a 4-0 to now it's a 2-1. Abeliver now is my last hope, but he still has Chen and Mach, and Mach now is the pain of my existence against this Abeliver. Because he's faster, and Poison Jab, it doesn't really matter how much invested I am. from this range always kills me. I tried just go for the terror here and go for a bit damage. If I basically had some more HP, so basically I terror fairy. If I had some more HP investment and or HP left and some defense investment, so this this poison jab doesn't kill me, I could have actually maybe gotten this badge with Overliver. An Earth Power from this range would probably kill Mach, but no, he takes me out. If I was higher HP and could lift this poison jab, I mean there's still a chance that I get poisoned. I could take this Mach out with an Earth Power and then Leech Seed stall the Vochamp, but of course that's not what happened, and Chu wants this game 2-0. GG. See ya in playoffs hopefully. And I hate this fork.